Hi everyone, I'm LGD, and with me is MGpai.
Hey guys.
We're talking about our Ergo Hack 7 submission for Lilium, which was event ticketing. And now we're gonna give our presentation for what we did. So, like I said, the purpose of this hackathon for us was to implement an MVP of event ticketing as a core feature in the Lilium website and redesign our UI accordingly. So, for the protocol, for the MVP, we decided to minimize how much things we would have to implement, and the reason we're able to do this is because our current NFT collection sale processor is kind of a general design, so we can actually use it for different purposes. And this is actually what we're doing for event ticketing. So this diagram is actually almost exactly identical to the one for NFT collections, wherein for the sale setup, we create the ticket collection tokens, or you can think of them as the collection token of the event, and then the state box singleton, so that uniquely identifies the sale box for the ticket sale. And then the event sale is again pretty much exactly the same as the NFT collection sale transaction. But the only difference is for artists, what we wanted to do is, or anyone who creates an event, in order for them to benefit from secondary market sales, for example, like scalpers, for example, we wanted to, instead of sending the NFT directly to the user's wallet, the buyer's wallet, it instead go to a contract, and then we could have an integrated marketplace into our website where if they wanted to trade the ticket for their own price, then the event creator, we could enforce the royalties this way. So for tickets specifically, they will always be guarded by a smart contract. So trades must happen through the platform, and we could potentially have this partner with Sky Harbor and Auction House to have kind of our UI is on our website, but the backend is just still using Sky Harbor and Auction House, but everything remains in a contract instead of a user's wallet. The user would own this box because they're the only ones who could spend it according to the spending conditions in the box, but it's not it's not a UTXO at their wallet address. For the hackathon though, we just did it for their wallet at the moment, just because the same setup that we had used for NFT collections. But in the future, this is what we're gonna do.
So next up, we have how the authentication is handled. So I have implemented ErgoAuth for all authentication. As you can see by the image, when you connect your wallet, you don't just connect it. You must we require authentication so that the user can sign in and their records are saved to our database. And what this allows us to do is keep track of users in our database so we can collect statistics and display all the collections they have created or attempted to create, and properly save all their form data so they have their prior data and all. And this is also done for Ergo mobile wallet, but it's just not, it wasn't finished quite in time, maybe like a few hours after the deadline, so I haven't really made that super clear. But when we do the marketplace, both support for both wallets will be there. And this is really good authentication because it allows for a good framework to be in place, because all proper websites need user login. And another additional thing regarding our ticketing is that we want to do a transaction less verification of tickets that a user holds. So, one way someone can do verification is by forcing someone to send an NFT which represents their ticket back to a certain wallet. And the problem with this is not only that someone has to pay a fee for that, but you also got to wait for the block time. which is not scalable. When you have lines of like hundreds or thousands of people, you can't wait 2 minutes per person, right? So what ErgoAuth allows is for you to verify that someone owns an address with signatures, the address signatures. So this is a good demo of how it'll be like in the future. And yeah, now we're going to move on to the next slide.
So for ticketing, we are just, and also like in general, we needed to redesign our database so we could have like user login features and also better like management of like NFT collections, like sales and events. So for events, we created an event entity, or like the event table, which has the attributes are all the like parameters that are available to the user in the configuration section when they set up their sale. It's like all the sale options. Um, and this is useful because we also want to implement a dashboard in the future so that we can have like sales stats for the creators. And this just helps. So you can just like display information like faster instead of requiring to like uh, decode like the box on the blockchain. And here, each event has an associated ticket. So in this sense, it's not the ticket doesn't represent like an individual ticket that someone purchases, but just the information associated to the like NFT that will be the ticket. So in this scenario, our event sales are like a simplified ticketing scheme where each ticket is like identical to any other one. So think of it as like a movie ticket or like some live event ticket where there's no notion of like seating. So this is kind of, it's more like an access pass, like a um so the information in the ticket table is information related to the NFT that's required, that it's going to be the same for each one that's minted and given to the user. And the only people who can create events are users. So even though there's like buyers, there's this notion of like buyers and event creators, or like buyers and NFT sale creators. In the backend, there's no distinction between those user types. It's just everyone's a user, and anyone can, if they log in, they can create an NFT sale or an event, or purchase an NFT, or purchase a ticket.
So now we're going to move on to the functioning demo of the UI. So here is the website that was submitted in the official report. And I have another link here. It's the exact same thing. Only difference is the wallet UI. It's not perfected, the colors, so it's just like the normal or the updated one, but this was not submitted in the official report. Just like a few more tweaks. And I'm just going to share this updated link. So here, this is the UI. And we added like a new gradient background. Essentially, it looks better visually. So that's our site. So here you can connect your wallet, and then you can click Nautilus wallet, and the wallet pops up here. And here I already connected it previously, but it'll ask you to connect your wallet. Okay, it's not displaying properly on my screen. Let me try to fix that. Give me a second. Okay, so this should be visible now. So I want to click Connect Wallet and click Nautilus Wallet. I want to click ErgoHack 6, connect my wallet, and immediately you get the authentication pop-up. And you just enter your password, click Authenticate, and within a few seconds it'll log you in, and you're logged in. And as wallet, it doesn't have any balance. If it did, it'll show all the tokens and asset value here. And to verify, go to console. And this is something that took me the longest, because nowadays all authentication is handled by third-party services. So here you can go to the cookies and see that the auth token is saved here, and this token will allow you to access the user-specific database. And this cookie is super secure. It's meant for authentication. It's an HTTP only cookie, and what that means is that this client itself isn't aware of the cookie. It's actually managed by the browser, so it's super secure, and any attacks can't happen. This is how authentication is usually handled with tokens. It's stored in the HTTP cookie. So yeah, so users logged in, and here this is the original one. So we originally we had a bunch of tabs here, and that was regarding creating NFTs. So it's in all in one section now. So you can see like the Lilium fee, um, create your collection form, and this was already there previously. Just slight UI changes. And now we can go to the events, and this is more so for the view of the artists, or sorry, the event creators. So create event, and then they have a form. You put their event name, event description, and now we're changing it up so that the creators can directly upload their file instead of the URL, which makes the experience more straightforward for them, and normal information. And this isn't going to change much in our official iteration, but it's a good idea what's going to come. And then after that, you have a section. So let me enter all these details so I can move forward. Yeah, so I just quickly entered all the information inside, and now I'm gonna click next. And it takes you to ticket details. And what this allows for is it specifies the individual ticket. So a ticket represents an NFT. So here you would write the individual NFT name. So the ticket name would be like XYZ concert, and description is the same thing. And then you would choose an image for the ticket. So for MVP, we're just going to do one type of ticket, no rarities or any variations between tickets. That's just a choice for MVP to keep it simple. And in the future, we'll probably randomize it or have it, selectively there in the contract where different tickets can have different images. But this makes it simple for MVP. It's a good proof of concept. So yeah, so you just put the name, description, and the ticket image. So let me enter that. Yeah, so I just entered some random information. And I'm gonna click next. And here you go to checkout, and all the fees are displayed. So we didn't get to quite finish this part. This is borrowed from the previous Lilium UI. And then when you click pay now, you'd get a pop-up with Nautilus, and you would ideally make a transaction or make a API call to our backend, which would interact with all the smart contracts and get the ticket sales or the event sales set up. And yeah, that's the majority of the UI. Another thing, just for quick demo, is how a potential events page can look like. So you can have a gallery view of all tickets, and find the details of tickets and buy them. It's something quick for um a quick scrap we wanted. So yeah, this is a potential idea. And yeah, that concludes the demo of the UI. Now back to you, LGD.
So for the business model, we just decided to keep it the same as we do for our NFT collections, since we found it to be like pretty good overall. So since it's logarithmic, for large events, the price increase isn't that much, and for smaller events, the price change is greater. And we also require a setup fee just in case, like, the sale doesn't like pan out. At least we don't like lose anything for having being able to run the sale for the user. And we think our service fee is rather reasonable, as we've seen from the sales that we have had for NFT collections. All the successful sales, the artist has made much more um, um, money than they put in to set up the sale. So it's a win-win for everyone. And for future improvements, like I mentioned before, we'd like to add a secondary marketplace to Lilium website for trading tickets. Hopefully, we can collaborate with Sky Harbor and Auction House, so like the back end would still be like Sky Harbor and Auction House, so it would still show up on the website, but you'd have to like the NFT wouldn't go in your wallet directly. We'd like to have a native mobile app for purchasing and viewing tickets, and for authenticating tickets at events for the event organizers. The viewing tickets, it's since wallets right now don't support viewing a specific box, the app would be used for that as well. So you could like log in and then see all the like events like the tickets you've purchased, and that's what it would be doing. It would just be finding the box on the blockchain that corresponds to the like the smart contract or ticket that you bought. And for authenticating, we'd like to use this as like motivation to look into a MGpai library. So the people who are authenticating tickets don't have to like they can just do it locally. All they need is like the internet connection, and they can like run the node locally, so they don't have to send a request to like some backend to do it.
And just to add, for authentication, using Ergo, you don't need a node, but MGpais will be useful if they want to create collections on the fly. So they can just rely on their own node to submit the transaction and all.
And then we'd like to implement Lilium APIs, so the projects can integrate Lilium services in their own apps. And it's also sort of just another way to expand Lilium to more people and like another revenue stream. And yeah, so these are our links if you want to contact us. And thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.